Good morning, everyone. Welcome to NVP on this Monday, July 21st. I received a ton of comments on Saturday's Superman box office video, and I am going to address them and nutshell all of the financial information in just a few minutes' time to make this easier for everyone to understand. Thank you so much for your questions because there is a lot of clarification that needs to be given. Let's start off right away by taking a look at today's box office numbers after the weekend on Superman. And it's sitting at around 402 according to the numbers, but I've seen it higher. Box Office Mojo has it at 406. Let's call it 407. Now, these numbers might be good for a movie with a lower budget, with Superman's budget being so astronomically high and then the marketing on top of it. You can't have a success until you hit really high numbers, 750 million, $1 billion. That shoehorns you into an unprofitable movie. If you look here on your screen, Superman had a $235 million domestic number as of now and 171 foreign. Remember that for a second. The foreign is lower than a domestic. This is not usual. This is the inverse of what usually happens. Captain America, Brave New World, 200 million domestic, 214 foreign. That kind of wipes away the cope or justification that's been given. Oh, it's everybody's anti-America now. Well, Captain America was not out that long ago, and I would argue it's maybe a little more dark on America than what Superman is. Superman may have just ignored truth, justice, and the American way. Captain America kind of ignored America altogether. Going up, let's look at Jurassic World Rebirth. Has done 276 domestic and 371 globally. F1's a fun one to look at because it's done 153 in America. Now remember, F1 is bigger overseas, internationally, than it is here in the United States. Sadly, hopefully F1 catches on because it's a lot of fun. But it's doing 307 million internationally. That's double what it did here, for a combined box office of 460. The only thing I really am happy to see is Superman's about to knock out Captain America Brave New World, which it'll probably do today. That's fun. Now, these are the numbers that I used on Saturday. This hasn't changed except for the updated box office numbers, which would make it earned 152.57 million as of Saturday. That number's probably around 175 to 180 million. That's all James Gunn's Superman has made for DC. Remember, theaters have to get paid, and they make about 50% domestic, and they only get about 40% of the overseas market. So take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to move down and explain to you where the 363 versus 225 comes from, and hopefully that'll get people understanding how this works a little better. The Superman movie, directed by James Gunn, had a gross production budget of approximately $363 million, with a net budget after Ohio tax credits around $225. So the gross budget is $363, the net is around $225. A significant portion of the movie was filmed in Ohio because it was Metropolis, with $11 million in state tax credits used and over 3,000 locals hired, which is fantastic that we are hiring people domestically. Now, Ohio provided $11 million in tax credits. The movie spent an estimated $37 million in Ohio, and that was what was tax deductible. That's what they got to rebate on, not on the $363 million. Now, the break-even. Studios typically need to recoup 40 to 50% of the box office revenue to break even, meaning Superman would need to earn around $750 to $1 billion to be profitable. These are just hard numbers, but I hope this clarifies a little bit what gross of 363 versus the net of 225. That's where these numbers are coming from. And again, we never get the actual budgets. Very rarely does something like this happen. That's the only reason we know. Otherwise, people would be running with the 225, and that would be that. I was also asked to scroll back through this so people could really break it down. And mind you, while this is applied to Superman, if you have an actual production budget, you can use these numbers. If you go back and you have a movie that we know the budget on, you can apply all of these numbers, just slot them right into this formula. It shows you how to do the math, and you will be able to come out with the profitability of a movie. And it's very beneficial to have. But, like I said before, I really appreciate all the questions you guys had, because this really needed to be clarified better than what I did Saturday. And I hope it knocks down the entire 225 budget versus 361, 363 being real. These are all real numbers. They just mean different things. So where we're at is the budget for James Gunn's Superman was approximately $363 million, with approximately $150 to $200 million in marketing. As of today, after paying theaters, it's made about $175 million, maybe. But that's where we're at as of Monday. I hope this helps. Like the video if you liked the video. Please leave the comments. And if you have any further questions, I am more than happy to go through this with you. Appreciate it. You guys have a great day.